Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem. So, last time we went through a lot of supports. We still have one between us and Gilbert, and that's one we're going to get to today. We're also going to explore, but as we are about to explore, it is time for an outfit change. Our attire is no longer suitable. I mean, where are we going next time? Let's see. Let's match where we're going. We are going to reclaim the capital. You know what? I think we put on our finest gear. I think this is time for Sothis Regalia. Look at that. Ugh, that is... It's almost a good outfit, but it just doesn't quite reach there. Let's take off the glasses. It's kind of better. The eyes at least match then, and we don't have an extra color in there. Alright, cool. Let's go with that. Right, explore. Yes, I'd love to explore the monastery. Right, well, let's see what we got. So we got a bulletin board. There's a floral tribute needed, so they need flowers. Alright, we have flowers. And then there's nothing really else going on. Cool, let's leave. Oh, hello, Gilbert. Yes, let's have a chat.
Even this town, which was a ruin, has begun to recover its energy. However, acquiring supplies is still difficult. The people living here are struggling too. This conflict must be brought to an end soon.
I quite agree. Yes, very much.
Yes. Let us seize victory together and build a new, more peaceful world. Still, I wonder what path my life should follow once we achieve our goals.
Aren't you going back to your family? I like how there's a subtle difference between these. Home, that's like, that could mean anywhere, right? That could mean the church, that could mean the capital, it could mean anything. Family is very specific. That's Annette and Annette's mother, who shall forever remain unnamed.
That has been my intent, but surely my daughter Annette must have her own path to follow. Perhaps she would be happier if our paths diverged. Of course, if she desires it, I will gladly return. But if she does not... I wonder if I should ask my wife to join me here. To live out our days together at the monastery.
That's not such a bad idea. But, can I point out how different this is compared to how he acts in every other paralogue? This one's like, you know, sure I'll join. Whatever. You know, no problemo. But, you know, if Annette wants me. In all the other ones, he's like, I could not possibly return. It would not be right. And all that sort of stuff. This one? Nah, no issue. I'm going.
That would not be so bad a choice either. Perhaps it is the fault of last night's drink that I am indulging in such dreams of the future today.
It's important to think about the future.
Yes. I've learned there is strength in focusing clearly on tomorrow and allowing yesterday to be done.
Hey! It's the old fishing guy! Hi there!
Bet he loves that nickname. Old fishing guy?
A short time ago, I instructed these children in the art of fishing.
Thanks to you, we caught a really big fish in the river nearby.
Is that right? Be sure you share it with your families now.
We will!
What happened to not smiling?
I did say something about that once, didn't I? I even told you to forget you ever saw me smile. But now, I would not ask that of you. Your words from when last we spoke have stayed with me. They bring to mind the king I first served. He told me not to dwell upon the dead. The dead are dead, and those who live are not bound by them. I intend to live my own life from now on.
That's a fine smile.
You have a fine smile as well. One that I could never have imagined when we first met. No matter how our titles or positions change, I hope you will always remain yourself, Professor.
Gilbert, that was very nice. Was that our final support with Gilbert? because that would be a very good one to cap it off for his storyline. Not in the slightest. Gilbert still has many supports and many more meals yet to come. Anyway, yeah. So, it is interesting. He doesn't seem to be able to act this way around Annette, but I guess that kind of fits in with his letter thing where he, you know, couldn't actually send the letters but could write them, so he can speak to us but can't speak to Annette directly. Now, why did I head to Abyss first? Well, one, is so we can get the loading screen out of the way fairly early on in the episode, and two, it's so that we can go and see the Seer, or the Wayseer. The reason I want to go and see the Wayseer, I'm going to ignore everything else right now and just go and speak to them, is because I want to know what's up with Dimitri. Because we had some theories about who we can end up with, and now we can find out. And
Why, hello there.
So I think it's Connect Fates, except we definitely don't want to actually do anything here. We're going to find Dimitri. So Dimitri has a small ending with Dedu, Felix, Mercedes, and Marianne. Okay. I'm assuming small heart means if there's nothing else, then he can have an ending that involves them. However, he has no big heart. Like, you see, some of these are like super big heart. Like Ash and Happy, they are intertwined. Sylvain, Mercedes, Sylvain, Ingrid, all intertwined, right? Maybe it's just done in the order here, like it'll go Ash. Actually, you know what it probably does? Is it probably does these in order, but then it invalidates further ones down. So it probably goes, right, say if Ash Happy is good, right? Oh, then check next one. Check that, they will then go, alright, Sylvain Mercedes is good, cool. Sylvain Ingrid, not good, so Ingrid needs to match with the next person. Mercedes Annette, can't do. So Ash Annette, can't do. Ingrid Ash, can't do. Mercedes Ash, can't do. So that means Annette would end up with Felix. Then Marianne, can't do. Felix, Sylvain. So all the ones with Felix are out. That then means that Gilbert's lost, which then means that Ingrid would end up with Seteth. You see what I'm meaning? It probably does it like that, and it just goes down the list. And then if it gets an invalid pairing, like it ends up with, say for instance, Happy's only other one was at the bottom, and that was that other person's only Destiny pairing. But there was a solution where Ash could match with Annette as his next one down, and then that would work with everything else. It might end up that although theirs is a much stronger bond, Happy would end up with the person at the bottom, and then Ash would end up with Annette. You know, maybe. Just as a second solution, right? So that's interesting. So that implies that on Dimitri's list, there should be someone else who has a natural bond with Dimitri, as in like a stronger bond. Now I'm looking at this list here. Ingrid, Annette, Flame, Catherine. I don't know who it's going to be, but that's intriguing. It is very intriguing to think of that as a concept, that one of them has a stronger bond. Because the ones we've seen so far have good arguments. You'd assume that Happy's bond isn't the strongest because she's DLC, but then, you know, there was Ash, and Ash, quite definitely, and Happy had the strongest bond. At least if my theory is correct. Anyway, hello.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report.
Oh, that's nice.
I hear there was a huge battle recently. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound.
You're not really reporting anything, you're more just mentioning what I already know.
Maybe there's life after death, or maybe that's just a bunch of pretty words. Either way, we should live like our time here is all we've got.
So, what you had to report to me is that maybe there's life after death. Well, thanks. Come back to me when you have something concrete.
Pardon me.
Hello.
Got a wager for you. My friend says there's twice as many women in Abyss as men. You think he's right?
Twice as many women in Abyss as men. Do you think he's right? No.
Good eye. You win. Here, have a little something.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I kind of thought of this room and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 in this room alone. Plus that guy. So you're at 12. Like, there's really not that many women in Abyss. In fact, all that did is point out to me there's an extreme gender gap in this establishment. Anyway. That's not really for us to complain about. I was just thinking, how weird would it have been, right? This would have been an extremely next level play by the developers, which is why I think that they didn't do it. But what if they had done this, but instead of it being the ratios they had now, they actually had one less than than half. Sorry, they had one less than double the number of women than there are men in Abyss, right? So say there was, instead of say there was 20 men and then there was 39 women, which is actually a lot more than there in Abyss total. But say they had those ratios, and then if you were playing as a female character, you would say, yes, there are twice as many, because you're in Abyss currently. And if you're playing as a male character, you'd have to say no. I think that could be interesting. It's like a lot of work for a very small quest. Also, did that give me 5 mithril? And that just hit me here. That gave me 5 mithril. Mithril's incredibly hard to come by.
I hear there was a pretty spectacular battle up there recently, but we don't hear a lot about that stuff. There was a lot of talk when it first started, but 5 years on, it's just a fact of life. What? There have been lots of battles on the surface recently? I hadn't heard. See what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Hello.
I've been close with one of the kingdom's soldiers I met in town. He talked about how he hated the war. We just gotten engaged. I thought he'd stay. He didn't want to invade the Empire, but he left for the front anyway. He never came back.
Probably dead. Oh, I should have said that in a nicer manner. Oh well. Hey, Happy.
If we're going to the kingdom capital, that means I'll run into the lady who, well, you know.
Yeah, we need to take Happy along. We definitely need to take Happy on the next mission. Also, this is probably going to be where her support opens up. Your old arch enemy.
That's a bit much. I'm not nearly pompous enough to call anyone my arch enemy. We'll just have to see what happens when I meet her face to face.
That is very intriguing. Scrap Heap, Iron Gauntlet, Steel Axe, Silver Lance. Oh, some good things. Hey, Constance.
It's a shame that our path is taking us far from the Imperial capital, but I don't feel too badly about it. It takes us closer to the Ferdiad School of Sorcery, where I explored many branches of study. This way, I can repay my debt to the teachers who gave me such invaluable guidance.
Okay, fair enough. And let's speak to Yuri.
We've come so far. I hate that we're headed to the kingdom capital now.
Why?
But it's not like we have much choice. We don't have the numbers to face the Empire head on. So we've just gotta shut it and deal.
Oh, okay, so he preferred the Empire fighting plan. Intriguing. Okay. And Balthus.
Sure, get this, pal. I swung by the training ground and ran into that Dimitri guy. Haven't seen him in ages. He seems less rabid, but he's still too damn serious. It's depressing. I challenged him to a brawl, hoping for a quick knockout. Didn't work out that way. We went at it for quite a while. He's a tough one.
You should have invited me.
True. The two of us could have taken him down, no problem. Between you and me, the man is stunning in battle. Nearly on par with myself. Bet the ladies can't get enough.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised he's still alive, to be honest. Not Dimitri, Balthus. Like, you know, Dimitri's got a bad habit for critting recently. And I would imagine that would fry many people. Anyway, so we've got an axe tournament on, which gives you a silver axe plus. That's intriguing. That does intrigue me, because a silver axe plus is actually a good reward. The only reason I'm not 100% for it is I don't know if we have anyone who does enough damage to actually complete the fight. Right, yeah. Sorry, I got confused. I thought somebody was up next to the sauna, but they're actually in here. Okay, so, hey Gaspar.
Can you believe it, Professor? Dimitri actually apologized to me. Remember that awful business between him and my Uncle Randolph?
I completely forgot that that was your uncle. as being Randolph, which actually means that it was Kaspar's cousin who tried to kill Dimitri. That's crazy.
He just came by and said he was sorry for all that. That was behind us as far as I was concerned. But even so, it seems like he's changed for the better.
Yeah, I've got some bad news about your cousin. She is incredibly dead. And that was us. Sorry. Right, hello. So I would reckon Dedu would be an alright person here. He's unlikely to get hurt. The only problem is that we're not going to be able to... Yeah, the only problem is that we're not going to necessarily do enough damage. But he is in the warrior class. The only other option is that we send either Gilbert, Aloise, or Kaspar. I think the right answer is sending Dedu. Also, can I just point out how incorrect this description is? So, there's an axe tournament this month, no issues. Challenge the warriors, okay, who serve the brave and widely respected, no issues. Lord Holst, no issues. However, is Lord Holst not Hilda's brother? How did that work? Because we were fighting them not, 10 minutes ago. Anyway. Let's go. So we do 33. Okay, we do enough damage. Fair enough. One down. Next one. We also get some money doing this, which isn't needed, but I could appreciate it. That one's down. Right, what round are we on? Quarters. Yeah, we can keep going. Ooh, they only have... oh, wait, no. We have the same hit. They have 66 to hit us. Alright, semis, we can heal. Wonderful. Hit. So we need 3 hits to kill him this time. Nice, we got him.
For His Highness.
Wonderful. Do a little heal up. And... this is still fine. Yeah, they do a lot more damage, but we have a lot of health. Like an abnormal amount of health. And they have no crit. Even if they had crit, they would probably still have to crit twice to kill us, which just isn't going to happen. That does remind me, I need to change the abilities on somebody who got extra crit. Oh, it was Ash, I think. But yeah, we'll work that out later. Hey, Cyril, what's up? Actually, we should yeah, we'll work that out later. What's up, Cyril?
Guess what I noticed? I can see further than most other people can see.
Wow, that's a really good talent.
But I can't figure the point of seeing further than an arrow can fly, since I can't shoot what I see.
You could find our targets quicker than anyone.
Yeah, I suppose it could be real useful for finding Lady Rhea, too.
Yeah, I suppose, if she's standing just out of range of everyone else.
Thanks, Professor. I think I get it now. I'm gonna put my eyes to real good use.
You're an odd person, Cyril.
Hi there.
Right. We don't want to go that way. So now we want to head in here. Grab the item. Oh, there is an item. Fantastic. There's 2, in fact. Wait. Oh, yeah. That's because I bought all the I forgot I bought all those arcane crystals. Oh. It's like I went shopping one day, like on Amazon, and I'm just getting these deliveries and going, what is this? I didn't order it. And then check my orders, and there it is. Like, I had all these arcane crystals. What am I going to do with them?
No.
Right. I'd love to do some gardening. Let me harvest these. Ooh, we got a white Verona, which is resistance. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm just going to plant some vegetables and then like some root vegetables. Why not? Do it again. Cultivate gets us 2 yield. That's fine. Basically, I'm just after things that allow us to eat. Something that isn't a fish-based diet. That is. Anyway. Dormitory, floor 2. Anything up here? Yeah, there's a couple people. Isn't this Dimitri in his room?
I never used to care whether I lived or died. But after seeing so much death firsthand, I now realize how precious life truly is. I'm ashamed of how arrogant I was to think that death could mean so little.
Let me just look at the room. I'm trying to figure it out from this angle. So, I think it goes Claude, Felix, it must be Dimitri. Yeah. I think third is Dimitri. I need to check if it's Claude then Felix is the first two. Actually, the third one might be Felix. Yeah. Let's see. Lorenz. Perfect. Doing well so far. Claude. Oh, so this one's Felix? Felix. Okay, is the next one Dimitri? Dimitri. That makes this one Edelgard? Sylvain. Edelgard is in the other section. Yeah. Edelgard is middle of the other section, I think. Which must mean that Hubert and Ferdinand are next door.
He'll need to excel as a leader if he's to make up for my old man's death. Though if my father could see Dimitri now, he'd be glad to have made the sacrifice. Don't you dare tell anyone I said that.
Okay. Felix seems to be dealing with the death about as well as he could. I mean, he didn't really like his father too much, but well, it was his father, so... Anyway, I need to do this for my sanity. So, Ferdinand. This Edelgard. Gets Caspar, which means this one is Edelgard. That's Hubert, which is next to Edelgard. Yeah. Okay, I had it the wrong way around. And then Hilda. Okay. Cool. Not that that is important in any way to know where those people are. But at the same time, just want to check my own memory.
Hello.
We haven't been to Edelgard's room that often, though.
The fish in this pond get fed every day. So they're swimming all lazy and serene. But the only reason they're kept here is so that they can one day be used for food. But the fish don't know that, so they just swim around happily. It's a bit of a miserable thought. But aren't soldiers much the same?
Yeah. I was about to say the phrase above her head. Ignorance is bliss. You know, if they don't know that they're going to be used for food, where's the harm? We're going to use them for food either way. If you were to somehow convey that message to them, they'd get really stressed. And you don't want stressed fish.
Hey!
You just want them to be chill.
Professor? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Ferdiad is a city with a long history that goes back to before Fargus gained its independence. I'd like to visit that place at least once before I die. But I'm afraid I have my own work to attend to. It's hard being so dedicated. Ah, well. I'll go there for some leisurely sightseeing once Fódlan knows peace.
Okay. Interesting. I was also thinking there about the soldiers. There is like a little fact. I'm not entirely sure the full fact, so this is obviously the best way to bring it up. Which is that when people were actually fighting in battles, you have this idea that they were charging into each other like this game shows, like they're actually going right in at each other, hitting blows, trading back and forth. Apparently it wasn't really like that. Most people actually don't really want to kill each other, so there was an awful lot in battles of posturing and being like, and not actually having a proper battle. So I think that was what I heard. There's like a lot of it's not actual like fighting as you would imagine. There's a lot of like hiding behind things and not getting up close, and yeah, there's a lot of that sort of stuff. Anyway, hello.
If you manage to take back Ferdiad, it'll make it a bit easier for us to do business. Taxes in the Fargus dukedom are ridiculously high. Makes it hard to even think about trading. That Cornelia woman. What does she use that ample tax money for anyway? From the Empire's perspective, I suppose it makes sense to squeeze the former kingdom territories for all they're worth. But if they throw those territories into total ruin, doesn't that defeat the purpose of conquering them?
Okay, but that'll be because she's funneling money towards those who slither.
A class reunion on the battlefield? That's bleak. That must have been so hard on everyone. You gotta keep looking after them all. I mean, they still look to you for guidance, you know?
You know what, Anna? That is one of the best, you know, that's one of the most sympathetic things you've said. Like, empathetic, it's not talking about money. It's selfless. You know, That's one of Anna's actual, you know, personality showing through. If only they'd made you a full character, you could have had some character growth. However, they didn't. So, that's it for you. Although, she is in many other games, so she might get, like, she might have had personality growth, and it was, oh, I like money, oh, I like lots of money. And that might have been the growth between these games. Anyway, that was a fishing thing. What have we got over here? We have Rose Petal Blend, a Blowfly, some Wolverine, Herring Bait, Duskar Bear, a Door Key, and we'll head over this way. Speak to you.
Say, I've come to deliver vegetables we harvested in the village to the monastery's dining hall. Because of the season, I couldn't really pick that much, but I wanted to help you guys out, even just a little bit. We're busily planting seeds, so when things start to grow, I'll be back.
Oh, well, thanks, I guess, whoever you are. Hey, Raphael.
You know when you work your muscles and they start screaming? That means you gotta be nice to them. If your muscles are hungry, you gotta feed them, and let them rest when they're tired.
Can you tell me how your muscles are feeling?
Of course! If my muscles hurt, then I hurt. If they're hungry, well then I'm hungry too. What's with the confused face, Professor? You look like you don't get a word I'm saying.
I understand it perfectly. Seems like there's a lot of eating, but yeah, nothing wrong with that. Right, in here, we have Mercedes.
I see. I agree that we should head for Ferdiad, but let's not forget our search for Lady Rhea.
Can't forget that.
The soldiers from the church are going to set up a base at the Great Bridge of Murden. They'll be able to keep up the search while we head for the kingdom capital.
Cool. Hello.
The kingdom capital. It's been way too long since I was there last. Oh, Professor, I didn't mean... it's not that I'm looking forward to it or anything.
You don't have to hide it.
Please don't tease me like that. It's just, when I think of us finally saving everyone in Ferdiad, it makes me a little happy. Okay, maybe a lot happy. The kingdom capital is under the tight control of Cornelia, who was ennobled by the Empire. Judging by what we heard from Lord Rodrigue, it sounds like she's a tyrant. But all of that ends soon. Let's get there quickly.
Alright. Hello.
Up until a few decades ago, Ferdiad was a disorderly city. Even the water supply was poorly constructed. As such, it was a hotbed of sickness and disease. The late king hired a researcher named Cornelia, who advised that he give top priority to improving the city's infrastructure. In the space of just a few years, the city was transformed into a place of beauty and order. At the same time, the diseases that had plagued our land loosened their grip, one after another. It was miraculous.
Okay, so that implies to me that Cornelia was the one who was causing the diseases, or her and those who slither. Yeah, the infrastructure could have been bad, but she kind of got herself in there, and then she decided how the infrastructure was built, and she's built it in a way that, you know, was advantageous to her. I can see how this is going.
So we're turning around and heading for the kingdom capital? Ridiculous.
Shamir, why?
Tell him to cease this nonsense. Isn't there a saying in Fódlan? Something about those with power knowing how to use it. If he's not careful, the goddess will send her saints to smite him. Not that I believe that.
Really? Shamir is the one who doesn't get the pragmatism of not running directly into the Empire stronghold.
Definitely.
After that great battle earlier, the balance of power in Fódlan has shifted greatly. To get revenge for all our fallen friends, we'll have to stake our lives on the fight that lies before us.
I wonder if this dimensions Shamir is more anti-Empire in terms of the wanting revenge for the war with Dagda. Maybe that kind of fits into some of what we've got going on here.
Well...
Maybe. I don't know. Hey, Ash.
Anyway, I was born and raised in Fargus, but I've never actually been to Ferdiad. Do you think it'll still be cold at this time of year? I can't even imagine.
Maybe we should ask someone.
Good point. I'll check with His Highness.
Alright. Just to let you know, Ash, His Highness does tend to wear a fur cloak everywhere, so, you know, he might not be the best judge. Anyway. Who's at the graves? Ingrid. So whose grave do you reckon this is? You know what? Do you want to just guess that this is Glenn's?
We buried Lord Rodrigue's body ourselves.
Oh, it's Lord Rodrigue's. I see.
There wasn't time to do things properly. It pains me that I was unable to take him home to his territory. Once this war is over, I'd like to hold a proper funeral for him. For now, we need to focus on taking back Ferdiad. All will be well eventually. I know we can win.
I suppose, from her point of view, Rodrigue was really close to her. Because Rodrigue is Glenn's father, she was going to marry Glenn. You know, there's a lot of closeness in there. Suppose we should say hello to our father, Gerald, and of course Citri, who would have in a parallel universe been resurrected by now, and then killed by us. But you know, we can't hold that against her.
Oh, I can still hardly believe we managed to win against numbers like that. Oh, unless the real me is lying dead in Gronder and this is all just a happy dream.
Your whole life has just been a dream. You've been dead the whole time. Nothing is real. Everything is immaterial. Alright, so hopefully that freaked out one or two people watching. That's all I can hope for if they comment like that.
I don't feel like I can just forget all the awful stuff he's done.
There was also, I did hear someone talking recently about something which I'd forgotten about, which is like with the Truman Show, if you've ever watched that. It's a similar kind of concept in terms of the, what if your whole life wasn't real and it's all a TV show and everybody's watching and everybody's laughing at you? Wouldn't that be incredibly weird? And after watching it, I do remember actually for a while, I did have, you know, you had that feeling, you're like, what if there's a camera just sitting like right there, right in the corner of the room, just watching you at all times? Anyway. Hey, Sylvain.
But if His Highness is owning up to his past and trying to move forward, I figure I can give him that chance. We've been friends since we were kids. I'm gonna be there for him all the way to the end.
Nice. Hey, Dimitri, what's going on?
I really caused trouble for you, didn't I? I am so sorry, truly. I am also eternally grateful to you. Now, it's time to go to the kingdom capital. I hope that you will lend me your strength once again.
It really is impressive quite how quickly Dimitri's gone back into king mode. Like, he has bounced back and he's settled into his role of, like, lend me your strength, join my side, you know, follow me. He's very much he's settled into the role of leader very quickly.
Everyone is saying His Highness is back to his old self, but I do not think that is accurate.
I was just saying that.
What he was until recently is what he had been for as long as I've known him. So tortured by his compassion for the fallen that it had driven him mad. He has always been too kind to be king. He has always felt too much for the weak and the dead. That is exactly why I look up to him.
Nice. Nice. There is one thing about the feudal system which has a positive, which is, you know, with modern elections, the problem with the election is that the people you get to choose from are people who want power, right? Essentially, right? Everybody who is like prime minister, everybody who's president, everybody who's whatever, right? Whatever the highest rank in your, like, even like people who are like ministers or senators or whatever you're going to call them. Every one of those people have decided, I need to be in power to, you know, put my point of view across, and you get a certain type of person through that system, right? Because essentially, whoever's going to be in there is somebody who aspires to kind of be in control. You don't get many people who go through that system and you're like, no, I just want to do what's right for everyone. I'm just, you know, I don't have a firm vision on what that is, but, you know, I just want everybody to have a good time, right? You don't get many people like that. You get people who want power through that system. Feudal, you don't necessarily end up with the same thing. Although, if you get somebody who doesn't want power, they generally get overthrown. But, you know, apart from that, if they didn't get overthrown, there would be a benefit, because you can kind of go like, well, then you're going to get somebody who doesn't necessarily, like, they're not necessarily the ideal person who would go up and present themselves as a leader, but you got somebody who would be alright at the job, right? You get somebody who's gone through the training, knows how to do it, but, like, they're not necessarily that same personality. Just think that's an interesting idea. Obviously, not advocating for dictatorships or whatever, or monarchies or royalty at all, but it's an interesting thought. At least I thought so. People always say my muscles are huge, but I'm still not satisfied. It would be way better if my muscles were even huger, right? Huge muscles are a symbol of strength. Raphael. Yeah, we know what to say to him. We've got him down. You just say muscles, 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 and he's good. Right. Hello there, Flame.
Standing face to face with those whom I went to school with. On the field of battle. How inhuman war is. How horrifying. My heart feels shattered. It is my hope that this war marks the end of such foolish behavior.
Yes. Yes, quite. Well, you know, what, let's not tell her about the other timelines. She's not gonna like it. So all of these are done. Yeah, I guess that means we could go and buy things in the renowned shop. I don't really see a great need to do so, but we could do it. Do we have a choir that needs done? It is the choir festival. I guess I should look for a support with Dimitri, because he's got a lot to do. Do I have Dimitri and anyone who actually needs the stats? Dimitri and Annette? Let's try Dimitri and Annette. What does Dimitri even say? I have no idea.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it.
It is not guaranteed to be good, even if everyone sings earnestly. It is not easy after all.
Okay. No support, that's fine. Now we're on to the next floor. Nobody is on floor 3 this time. Oh, we can go to the Cardinal's room. I was complaining about that last time we were here, but there's totally an explorer right there. Well, that's just me being stupid. Okay. And hello, Gilbert.
I am very grateful to you. I could never have achieved this on my own. It is all thanks to you and Lord Rodrigue. This month, we will invade Fyrdiad by way of the Fraldarius domain. Leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to me. You make ready for the actual battle.
Should we not leave the negotiations with House Fraldarius to Felix? Given that he is now in charge, I guess?
It's a tricky business, but we are taking our first steps forward.
Oh, your quest.
This month, leave the tricky. I have a request.
There's a demand for flowers, but we have not yet gathered enough. Will you lend us a hand? Sure. Does it have to be specific flowers? Doesn't appear to be.
It's a tricky.
Wait, it said that there was another one here? Oh, that must just be Aloise's. Yeah, it's specific flowers. Hello.
This month, we will
No, not you. Right, Aloise. Let's have a chat.
The Emperor was wounded at Gronder Field. What do you think is going on in the Empire now? The Leicester Alliance has really suffered a blow as well. Who knows what will become of them?
I was going to say, one odd thing is that we now control the Bridge of Murden, which we can only access by going through Alliance territory. But then we're moving into the Kingdom, which surely opens up a lot of room for the Alliance to attack us, but I assume they're not going to?
From now on, we have to pay close attention to how the rest of Fódlan is doing.
Although Claude did retreat along with Hilda, so who knows what's happening there.
Right. Edelgard, Claude, His Highness, all the house leaders from way back when, assembled again at Gronder. I wonder what their thoughts were as they headed out to the battlefield.
I'm fairly certain I know what Dimitri's were. It was something like, I will kill her. I will crush her skull. I will drink her blood. Something like that. But, you know, the others might have had more nuanced approaches. I think Claude's was something along the lines of, what is Dimitri doing? He is absolutely nuts. I think that might have been something along Claude's lines.
There's a school of sorcery in Fyrdiad, which is staffed by the top minds of magical research. The study of crests and sorcery should not be separate. I've often thought I should pay them a visit someday. I never imagined I might end up invading the place with an army, though. Not how I imagined it at all.
He sounds like he's just off for a little trip. Oh, I'm invading it with an army. Oh, isn't that quaint? Ah, I never thought I'd go here. Ooh, what a wonderful day. You know, he doesn't sound phased at all. Anyway, hello.
Fighting with 3 different groups in the mix was as confusing as it was difficult to survive. Enemies and allies dying, one on top of the other. What an absolute mess, huh? If only I had my infirmary out in Gronder. Maybe I could have saved a few more lives.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Further in, we have Catherine.
If we're headed to the kingdom capital, that means we're further away from rescuing Lady Rhea. But it can't be helped, can it? Perhaps some people will question this decision, but I trust your judgment. Lady Rhea would want us to help in Fyrdiad. She'd scold us if we rescued her and left innocent people suffering.
Okay, by the way, can you teach me to punch things? Thanks. Appreciate it. Right, and now we have Seta.
It seems we are headed for the kingdom capital this month. The Church of Seros stands ready to lend its aid to you and Dimitri. It may be a roundabout route, but I believe this path will still eventually take us to Rhea. Besides, saving the people of Fargus is just what she would want us to do.
Yeah, suppose. Right, now we want to go down here to the greenhouse, pick up the flowers, head back up here, speak to Gilbert. So where are the flowers? The door isn't open. Oh. Alright then. Kind of odd. Right, so we now have the flowers. We can now head all the way back up to Gilbert. Hand the flowers over. And then that'll be that quest. Doesn't really get us very much, but there you go.
This month, we leave the
yeah, here's some flower. Whoa. Wait a second. Oh, you have to gift them the flowers?
Is a tricky bit.
Gift. Did they have anything interesting on them? Flowers used as an offering for those who died in war. The flowers are colourful, but the leaves are sharp as blades.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there was more to it, but I just clicked it away. Oh well. I think we got battalion, but it looked like it was a low-level battalion, so I don't really understand why they would have given us that, but hey, whatever. Right. So, back here, who are we going to eat with? Well, now oh, what we should also do is goals, because Dimitri now has his goals available as well. So he doesn't necessarily need to do, well, he definitely shouldn't do Lance. Riding he could do, but like Lance should be changed to anything, really. Maybe we give him sword in the same logic that we have, yeah, the same logic that we have Ingrid with a sword is that it gives him an additional thing to attack with. Or maybe, hear me out, instead of sword, let me just check his abilities. Not roster, it is roster. Well, no, roster is a way of doing it, but we can do it better through the ability menu. So yeah, he does have Lance crit. See, what I was thinking is I could give him Axe, and the reason why I could give him Axe is because if I get to something like Wild Abandon, it gives him like an even higher crit chance on top of his normal crit, which would be intriguing as an idea. I could also give him... What if we went... Like, well, obviously we're doing authority, right now. But what if I went bow? Now, my logic for bow is that if he gets high enough with the bow, it gives him a real ranged weapon to work with. which is interesting. I don't know if it's something we want, though. I'm just thinking about it. I do actually, one of my plans for the next run, which I haven't fully thought through, but it's to have everybody be dual classed, as in everybody has like sword and magic, or everybody has lance and bow, or you know, something like that. Everybody, or lance and sword, or something like that. Everybody has 2 specialities. I think that could be interesting for the next one, opposed to just having like, this is our lance user, this is our sword user, this is our bow user. I think that could be fun to do, especially as we're going to be recruiting a lot of the people who have high stats already. For instance, I want to use Catherine in the party. Catherine, I think, comes in with an A in sword. There's very little reason to continue leveling sword, so if we level up a different stat for her, it could work out alright. Here, I'm still thinking about it, which is why I'm stalling for time. I think I'm going to try Axe. Yeah. Oh, he's not good with axes. How is he with swords? Oh, he's good with swords. Never mind. I'm going to try sword on him. On second thoughts. Annette no longer needs to know anything about reason, because she's maxed that out, I believe. So she can just go pure faith. It's okay. Anybody else that we need to worry about here? Not necessarily. I mean, I don't even know why I'm leveling stuff on him at all, but that's probably just because I never changed him over to Faith. I think everyone else is fine. Yeah, everyone else is fine. But he was the only one who needed changed. Anyway, I didn't actually look at the one thing I needed to look at. Oh, there was another one I was going to change. Oh, Ash can change. Looking at that, yeah. So he's already maxed out his. Let's go for Authority Pure on him. That's fine. Anyone else? No. I can't remember who else it was who I wanted to change, so I guess we'll just leave it. That's fine. So, support. Dimitri. So you can get support with Annette. Alois has a lot of supports left. I might go with Alois because he's not in combat, so he doesn't get any natural ones. Dimitri doesn't like this month's food offering. Alois and Dimitri like onion gratin soup. Don't know why I said Alois' name so weirdly, but that's okay.
Oh, my favorite food. You've got to try this.
Oh, this takes me back. I used to love this when I was a child.
Cool. Right. Hey, we got a support in Michi. No, we got a support with Alois. Not what I was looking for, but that's okay. Dedu and either Flane or Shamir. They do not like that one, so Dedu and Flane. There we go. Perfect.
I like this.
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
Awesome. So then we have Felix is done. Ash, Cyril. Alright, Ash likes the meal. Cyril is ambivalent about it. Alright, that'll do. Right, let's go. I think this is what they ate last time. Yeah. Interesting. Sylvain and no one. Mercedes and Constance, because we've just done one with Cyril. Mercedes likes this one. Constance is neutral. Okay, that's fine. I think that was all we found last time on them as well. Skip through this. Right. Then we have Annette and Hanneman. Okay. Looking for Annette and oh, there's Annette and Hanneman. Perfect.
This.
Then we have Ingrid and Yuri. Ingrid and Yuri. Perfect. That's what I like to see. They both already like it.
I've eaten it.
I appreciate.
Okay. And then we have... not Caspar, Gilbert. And Manuela? Okay. Gilbert and... nope. Oh, too far. There's Manuela and there's Gilbert. Perfect. Fish sandwiches. Okay.
This is...
Now, I've been thinking about this here. Did we get any new supports, apart from the one that we got? We got 2 for us, yeah. I've been thinking about what we're going to do. I'm going to end the, well, not end the episode, end the free time. I think I was going to do seminars, right? Here's the only logic against doing seminars. Is that we actually want to get these supports done. So we might just do more supports. Yeah, interesting. So let's go here and get you... in fact, I can level your sword because I'm good at it. To the degree that you need me to be good at it.
Thank.
Cool. Hey, another perfect. Yeah, he's flying through sword. He should really have a goal of... yeah, he should really have a goal of... yeah, authority. I'm gonna take away his axe and instead give him authority and heavy armor, because I think authority is gonna be good if he could get up to the next level. Yeah, he'll naturally level that anyway, so that's not too bad. As in, he'll level it if we're in combat by hitting things. Nice. Okay. Felix did not get anything there. Ash? I just have authority, so... guess we'll level your authority. Cool. Mercedes. I think I'll go Faith to try and get up to an S, even though we don't necessarily need it. I would just like it to be an S already. It's not a great reason for leveling it. Annette, we're just Faith, so there we go.
Is this what success feels like?
Oh, we actually have expertise in Faith. I forgot. We have enough expertise in Faith to actually teach people. Sword and authority. I think authority here. It's the slower one to level anyway. So we'll go with that. Gilbert. We'll have some... why am I leveling axe and heavy armor? I should be leveling authority on Gilbert as well. Did I just forget authority existed when I was choosing these ones? Yeah. Gilbert, where are we? Yeah, you're gonna go axe and authority. Okay. Cool. I must have just forgot that that existed. That's my only answer that I have here. Because they like both him and Dedu definitely needed authority to go up, so doesn't make any sense. This is me. This is current me fighting with past me, so it's not necessarily the best one ever. Right, and then we need to choose a group task. Dimitri, and I'm trying to think who we had who needed to have something with Dimitri. Who did he eat with? This happened not long enough ago that I should have forgotten. Was it Flame? It was Aloise, yeah. Cool. We'll execute that. And we'll see how that goes. Right. Begin training.
Got a sec?
A town I've done business in before has been deeply affected by the war. I was thinking of selling food there now. How should I go about it in light of all that? Give it away with a deal for them to repay later.
Aha!
Cool. And... Ooh. Who wants to speak with us, Cyril? Not right now, man. We'll speak later. Eloise? Not right now. We'll speak later. Ooh. It's Annette's birthday. It's a tea party. Annette, have this risk-filled blend.
Hello there. I'm here for a visit. Ooh, I'm so excited. I rarely get to drink such high-quality tea. Thank you. Ooh, it's piping hot. Okay.
So, someone you look up to. Yep. Her father. Her personality is basically she's clumsy, she likes to study, and she is, you know, has a love-hate relationship with her father. So, let's see. Kitchen catastrophes. Yep, she's clumsy. I told you that was number 1. Alright. Past laughs. Perfect.
The confectioner is back in town. Would you like to go with me sometime?
Nod. Perfect. Although blush would have been an acceptable answer in my opinion. Okay. So, let's zoom in.
I try to take good care of myself so that I'm in top form when it's time to act. What are you thinking?
Absolutely nothing, to be honest. Nothing there? I thought there were 4. No. Oh, there's the 4th.
I'm thinking of changing my hair.
Oh no, there's the 4th.
I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat.
These are like random facts that you'd have like on like a kind of fluff piece on somebody, like on a celebrity. It'll be like, you just have random quotes to the side. I'm happiest when I'm eating a sweet treat. Just like complete nonsense. Anyway. Here. Have this stylish hair clip.
I love it!
You know what? This actually has a purpose. Have this blue cheese.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, while we're at it, have this pitcher plant.
Thank you so much.
I forgot this actually had a purpose. Alright, cool.
Thanks for the treat. It was so yummy.
Fantastic. Hey, we got charm increases. That's always good. Okay. I think that tea time was executed to a T.
Let's coordinate our efforts.
Don't eat the rocks, by the way, Dimitri.
We shouldn't have any trouble.
Good results.
Perfect. Hey, we got some more things.
That worked out well.
Sword prowess level 2.
I'm finding my focus.
Doesn't matter.
Wait to get back out there.
Doesn't matter.
I'm almost tired of learning new
Hey,
things.
faith level 4. I assume that means the next level in faith gets us warp. Not that we've needed to warp cheese yet, but it's intriguing. Okay, who do we have supports with now? Just want to double check it's the same people. It is the same people. And I've actually decided what we're going to do is we're going to end the episode there. And next time we're going to do as many explorers as it takes to get these up to full. I think this is a better use of our time. It takes more time in-game for us to do, but I think it is better. As much as I want to get to the mission as soon as possible, I also don't want to leave this route with Dimitri unfinished, and he has a lot to do. We need Catherine's, we need Aloise's, he needs to eat a lot. Dedu as well, probably needs to eat some. There's some people who we just need a little bit of work on. Gilbert, I think, also has some who need to eat. So, yeah, we've got some people we need to work on. So we will do that next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye.